Howdy ho, guys and gals. Jeff King here in the Dead Tools, and today we're checking out the Pecron. So they call them solar generators, battery banks, whatever you want to call it. It's a battery in a box. It's a replacement for a gas powered generator, and this is a decent sized one, 1500 watts. You're not going to run a whole RV or something off of it, but it will bring some juice. So let's take a look at it, see what it can do, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. All right, we got the Pecron 1500. As you see, we got 4 quick charging ports here on this side. Here we got aircraft style ports. We got the out and the in. On the back, just the information. And on this side, we got 3. And this is a grounding port of all things. You don't usually see these on these battery chargers. And you'll see it on, of course, a gas one, but not on something like this. That's the whole thing. It's a 1500 watt lithium ion, if I'm not mistaken. I don't, it's not the iron phosphate or whatever. So we turn it on and we get a nice little boot up sequence. Pretty easy to see. This is in shade here. We're going to show it in bright sunlight so you can see the difference. And then when we plug something in, do I press and hold? There we go. Press and hold. And it's charging, and it even tells us how many watts, high power. We can dim it, we can make it brighter. If we press that, it'll show us the power factor on it. 156 watts. Boy, it's doing a pretty good job. All right, now at the same time, we got the Esper. We're down to, you see that, 2 bars on that. So it needs a little juice. So we'll plug this in. Get the DC going. Now you can see the DC is drawing as well. Let's complicate things. We got the old iPhone. We'll throw him on here. Wow, it seems to be handling all that just fine. Do we have anything else we can plug in?
Yeah, we got, I guess, the shop vac.
We could try, we'll see if this inverter dies. Let's see if we can brick it.
All right, let's do this.
A good inverter system will cut off. A bad inverter system will kill the inverter. And we've seen this happen on some chargers before. So, let's see here. We're going to plug this in. All right, Griff. Turn it on. Holy cow!
Oh, yeah!
Did that turn off or did you turn it off?
I turned it off.
Turn it back on.
Okay.
All right, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right, here's our device in light. That's off. That's on. I mean, I could see it. I don't know if you can, but I sure can. And that's saying a lot. I'm reasonably impressed by this. £28.6 pounds. Honestly, for something this size, that's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of the rounded top. That is, I like to be able to stack stuff, put other things on top of it. All right, here's some of the cables it comes with. It comes with this bag. There's your Pecron bag. You get the brick for this. You also get an automotive. Is it in here? I think it's in there.
Yeah.
The automotive brick as well. Yeah, you get the power brick that's inside. You know what a power brick looks like. But they all plug in via these aircraft style connectors. So there's your car. The automotive one, or the house one, will charge it about 4 hours. This, about 3 times that. I think to run one of these 3 to 4 times that. This is if you want to plug a 12 volt DC. There's no 12 volt DC. There's just, the only DC out here is this. The only AC is those. So if you want to run one of these, this lets you get the barrel connector, any of the plugs, and this, and it'll run it. Now, for solar, they give you this. Let you plug directly into a solar cable and run power into that. I'm not a fan of this style of connector. I don't like having to have that thing. I wish there was a way they would build that on board to this, so there'd be onboard storage, because now I got to carry 2 things. Inevitably, you're going to end up going looking for that. Cables run off, you know how that is. But all in all, it's hard to blame them since there's no one else really doing it much better. The dongle system, not a fan of, but you know what? For what you get, look at this, $749 for 1,500 watts. It's pretty darn good. Now it does 1,500 base, that's running wattage. It'll do twice that, double that for peak starting wattage, which means you can run some AC systems off of this. That's quite a bit of power. Pecron's been doing this for a while. They've got a ton of different power stations, from little portable ones to big honking expandable dual battery systems you can run your whole house off of. They've got solar panel systems. They sell them in kit format, so you can do that as well. They got a bunch of accessories. The cart, that's nice. You know, I've talked about having wheels on these. Well, you know, at least you can put wheels on it after the fact. And of course you can get the extra, you know, the extra power adapters and the cables and the adapters and the alligator clips, all that kind of stuff. So this is a company that's been doing this for a while. They know what they're doing. I have a few kibits about this, but are they really that bad? Not really. And considering the price, that's a decent amount of power. 1,500 watts for portable power. I start looking at, you know, basically I won't want to deal with anything with less than 1,000 because I want to be able to go out for a day or two. And then when I start seeing like 2,000 and above, that starts looking at like RV level power, home level power. This is kind of that in between, like serious camping, storm emergency power kind of stuff. Portable power for projects and whatnot. As you can see, it handled quite a bit. And at 3,000, I could run some serious power tools off of something like this. Okay, here's what I like and what I don't like about the Pecron. I like the fact that it's, for the amount of power you get, it's small, it's not that expensive, and it clearly has a pretty decent inverter built into it. That is pretty awesome. Things I don't like the fact that you have to rely on all these external cables to do all the extra stuff. I'd like to have that stuff built in. I like built-in carrying ports. Not a fan of the rounded handle on the top because I can't stack other things on top of it. It being so heavy when I'm traveling, I can't put it on top of things because it will crush it. So other things need to go on top of it, and the rounded handle kind of prevents that. On top of that, the battery choice. I realize maybe they did it for price, and maybe for size. I would have preferred LiPo4 batteries over the lithium ion. Lithium ion are decent batteries, a little more volatile, and don't give you as many recharge cycles as you're gonna get out of a LiPo4. The screen, I will say this, at first I was really upset about the screen. Small display area for a device of this caliber and capability. I would have liked to see more, but they crammed a lot of information into the screen. It's really bright, really easy to see. I like the dimmability of it. Clearly things that they've upgraded over the previous version of this. All in all, I think I did not think I was gonna like it. At first I looked at the form factor, the small screen, the lack of a whole bunch of ports and stuff like that. In the end, it did impress me. What did you think about that? You know, they did send this to me for free. Let's be clear about that. So, you know, people will say, well, you got it for free, so you're gonna be biased. Great. Go down and read the comments. Let me know what you think about this compared to all the other devices out there. You know, I'm a huge fan of Blue Eddy, the EcoFlow, however you pronounce those. Not much of a fan of, what's the other one that's been around forever, the other big orange one like this. But anyway, it seems to be a good device. I would have preferred a bigger screen. And you know, we got more coming up, so be sure you've hit the old subscribe button, You know, chomp the like button. The algorithm loves it. Ring the bell. You know, all the typical YouTube kind of stuff. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.